There's this idea that as a single woman, especially an African woman, your life should revolve around getting a man. As women, especially in African homes, we're raised to think or believe that our value comes from being chosen, like marriage or male attention validates us. So today we are having a conversation about what it really means to decenter men, not because we hate men, please. This is not a man bashing video. It's about breaking the cycle of living for someone else's validation, and because we love ourselves enough to be the main character of our life. And plus man, no, minus man, no, we are whole and complete. Now let's be clear. Decentering men is not about saying, oh,
I will no longer love a man. I will not date a man. I am no longer interested in marrying a man.
no, that's not what we're saying here. Decentering men simply means I am no longer going to make my whole life revolve around male attention, male gaze, male approval, and male validation. For you to even talk about decentering men in your life, that means at a point in your life, you made men the center. I know you might say, wait, hold on. When, at what time did I make a man the center of my life? The truth is, it is not your fault. If you grew up in an African home like I did, this mindset has been implanted in us right from when we were born, way before we even knew what it meant. Think about it. As a girl or as a teenager growing up, how many times did you hear things like, is this how you're going to behave in your husband's house? Act like this, because this is how you're going to see a husband. Learn how to cook so that your husband will not suffer. Like any small thing, any small mistake you make, boom, there's somebody somewhere that is reminding you that in your future, there's somebody called a husband that you're supposed to prepare for. A husband that does not even exist yet. So you have to carry that consciousness in your head, in everything that you do. That is how we slowly make men the center of our life. How we think, how we behave, and even how we dream. Like everything you do has to be about preparing you to be chosen by a man. You know, growing up as an African girl child, your life is constantly shaped around one thing: how to please a man, how to get a man. Even as an adult, it has not stopped, because you will wear a dress that you want to wear because you like it. And you will hear somebody tell you something like, look at how you are dressed. Are you sure they are going to marry you like this? It's like every move you make is being watched and judged based on how a man might feel about it. It's the same story everywhere. Men don't like this. Men don't like that. Men don't like women that have tattoos on their body. Men don't like women that have plenty piercings. Men don't like this. Men don't like that. Men. Give us a break. It just seems like our value peaks when a man decides to pick us. Did you hear that rhyme? Our value peaks when a man decides to pick us. Wow. So we're always told, do this, do that, do it like this, do it like that. All of this is so that we're going to be chosen by a man. So we're going to be picked by a man. Now, how do you know that you are making men a center in your life without even you realizing it? What are the signs you need to look out for? Number one, if you are making decisions based on what or how it will make a man feel or what will men think, then it is time for you to start decentering men. For example, you want to wear something that you like, but because you start to overthink it, you're like, if this man or the men in your life see this dress, would they think it is inappropriate? Would they think I'm being too sexy? Or maybe something generally like maybe the regular one, getting a tattoo. You like to get a tattoo, you want to get a tattoo, but because in your head, you're already thinking, men see women that have tattoos as sluts. Men don't marry women that have tattoo. Men see women that have tattoo as not good for marriage. The decision of not putting that tattoo on your body is because of a man, not because you don't want it, just because you believe that it will not give you male approval. You are always overthinking it or getting worried if this decision you are making is going to give you approval or condemnation from men. You are always worried about how men will perceive you because of the decisions that you're making for yourself. You might need to start decentering men. Listen, my love, if your choices and all the decisions you make for yourself is constantly shaped by male validation, whether it is fear of getting disapproval from them or you are just craving praises from men, you feel extra good about yourself when you get praises from men. You feel like you are up there, you are the top babe. That is a sign that you have made men the center of your life. Are you creating your life to make it look more appealing to men? If you find yourself doing things or avoiding things just to make yourself seem more dateable, more marriageable, or more wife material type, then you need to start decentering men in your life. Another sign that you need to look out for to check if you made men a center in your life is when you start acting in a certain way, just so that you look pickable by a man. I remember one time when I was at a party, I was just having a good time. I was dancing, I was enjoying myself. Then the girl that invited me to the party, she just came to me and she talked to me. I was like, brother, stop dancing like that. Stop dancing like that. There's a guy at the back and he's looking at you. I was like, I don't understand. So I'm supposed to stop or change how I am dancing because a random guy is looking at me somewhere. And you know the funny part? The funniest part is that this same guy actually walked up to me and he started dancing with me because he said he has been watching me and he loves my energy, so he wants to dance with me. You see, at the end of the day, it just shows how sometimes we are made to believe or think that we have to tune ourselves down. We have to stop acting a certain way so that we will look pickable by a man. Sometimes many ladies they start changing how they look, not because it will make them feel good about themselves. It's because they believe that if they look a certain way, if I look like this, if I start applying makeup now, men are going to start noticing me and I am finally going to be picked by a man. We start chasing a particular look, a certain aesthetic, because we believe that men find ladies that fit into this particular aesthetic more attractive. So we try to fit into that particular aesthetic, hoping that it will make us more lovable, it will make us more worthy of a man's approval, of a man's attention, of a male of the male gaze. My love, listen to this. If your glow up, is it about you trying to become the best version of yourself, to become more confident and to be more happy about yourself? You need to start decentering men in your life. So how do you start decentering men? Thank you very much for that question. The first step is to notice the little habits and thoughts that you have picked up while growing up. You have to be honest with yourself because you cannot fix what you do not admit. You might think, oh, men are not the center of my life. Oh, I don't do things to please men. God forbid, I don't do things for male attention. But when you look at it very closely, if you take your time to look at your life from when you were a child till now that you're an adult, you will see that you've probably spent most of your life trying to be the kind of a woman that will be acceptable by a man that you have not even met yet. This is why a lot of ladies stop doing things for themselves that will help them grow, that will help them level up because they just believe that there's an imaginary husband somewhere that will come and find them, that will come and pick them, that might not like that level up that they are trying to get to. You need to take a closer look at yourself and figure out those tiny little habits and you need to throw all of that away into the bin. You need to start choosing yourself. You need to refocus your life and make yourself the center of your life. Make choices for yourself because you want to, not because of what men will think. You see a lot of women changing their careers. You hear a woman say, oh, I would love to be an actress, but I hear that men, they don't like to marry actresses. So I don't think I want to go on that career path because of a man. An imaginary husband that you have not met and you don't even know if you will meet him at all. I recently relocated from one state to another, and I was telling somebody that I would like to renovate my room. I would like to paint, and just switch up the place. And then the guy said, no, if you paint now, what if your husband comes? What if they decide to marry you now? I don't understand. So because I am waiting for a husband to come and marry me, I should not make my space comfortable for me to live in. I should just stay there because this doesn't even make sense to me. This is what takes me to my second point. Live your life for you. You need to start living life. You need to stop waiting for a man before you start living your life. Buy that house, buy that car, go for that trip. I know some people will say, oh, if I do these things as a single woman, it's going to chase them away. Let it chase them away. Let it chase them away. I don't even know how some women think. Don't you even think it is even better that you buying that house or buying that car will even chase those kind of men away? It will even help you vet them. It will help you see the rubbish into the dustbin. Because do you want to be with a man that does not want your success? Do you want to be with a man that is scared of your progress? Why will a man that decides to be with you become scared of how bright your light is shining? I don't understand. Why do you want to dim your light just to be accepted by a man? Why? If you have the money, travel, explore the world. If you cannot go alone, go with your friends. There's somebody that was telling me that, oh, that she would like to go to a particular, but what's the name of that country she said she wanted to go to? But she said, oh, that those kind of places are good only for vacations. So since she does not have a man yet, she's going to wait till she gets a man. So you are pausing your life. You are pausing enjoyment because of man that is in the future. A man that you have not met. A man that you don't even know when you will meet him. Or you don't even know if you are going to meet him at all. You are going to pause your life. My love, start living life for yourself. Don't wait for one imaginary man, one non-existent man before you start enjoying your life. Another way to be men is to pursue purpose and not validation. A lot of us were raised directly or indirectly to live our lives in a way that seems desirable to a man. We choose our careers. We choose to wear certain things. We choose to be able to act in certain ways to make us look like a proper wife material. But here is the truth. You were not born to audition for love. God forbid it that you have to perform for a man to choose you and for a man to pick you. So when you want to do certain things and you're asking yourself, will this make a man want me? Will this make me look like a good woman? Will this make men find me more attractive? You need to turn that question around and start asking yourself, this decision I want to make, this thing I want to do, does it align with who I really am? Does it align with the woman that I am becoming? Your life shouldn't be a performance for male approval. You deserve to live a life that feels true, that feels right, and feels real to you and you alone, not based on what a man thinks or what looks good to a man. The conditioning of making men the center of our life is done for a lot of us while growing up, especially as African women. So it will take a lot of time to come out of it. But is it doable? It is very, very doable. It is time for you to now start telling yourself that I need to start unlearning these things and relearning new patterns. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.